Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Tom from Gods of Grip, and today I'm going to take you through how to use extensor bands, what some of the benefits are, and answer a few of the common questions that we get about them. So if you've just purchased a set of these, you will have received this box, and this QR code brings you to this video. So if you've come from there, welcome. Hopefully I can guide you through how to use them today. But once you pop the box open, you will get 3 different bands in the box. Yours will come sealed. I've just opened mine, make it a lot easier. So you've got the level 1 band, which is the easiest, and that's the blue one. The level 2 band, which is the middle level, and that's the green one. And then you've got the toughest band, which is level 3, and the orange one. You're going to want to start with the easiest just while you get used to sort of how to use them really. You'll see there is 4 holes going around and then 1 big one in the middle, so 5 altogether. Your thumb, it's supposed to go in the big one at the bottom. I usually start putting my thumb in first, and then I'll kind of line my fingers up, and then I'll just always use my chest just to kind of poke them in. I like to keep it quite high on my fingertips, that way I can get a really good range of motion. I feel like if you wedge it down on your fingers quite a long way, you're just kind of stretching out really far, but you're not getting as good a stretch where if you keep it higher on your fingertips like this. That's just how I find it better to use. So once you're attached on, you just want to try and open your hands and your fingers as wide as you can. You'll straight away start feeling like a good little stretch in the wrist, in the forearm. And some people sort of struggle with certain fingers, so you might get someone that struggles to push the pinky out. We find people struggle with the ring and their index finger, but it'll sort of identify an area that's your weakest. And you know, I'm pretty consistent now because I use them quite a lot. Whereas when you first start, you might find it a bit weird because one finger's struggling to move as much as another one, but don't worry about it. Just keep going for a few weeks and everything should sort of even itself out. And then you'll really start feeling the benefits of these little wonderful things. So I'll just use the different levels as well so you can see the difference. Again, thumb in the hole at the bottom, and I'll line my fingers up and just poke it in. Keeping it nice and high on my fingertips and then opening up. Don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely a little bit stiffer this. I do like using the green one. This is what I'll tend to use before I do my pinch days because I feel like me just opening everything up makes it that bit easier to clamp down on the pinch blocks and stuff like that. And then honestly, I rarely use the orange one. I find it even now still quite stiff, and I feel like it just tires my hand out a lot quicker, whereas I'm trying to use it to sort of give me a nice stretch and just loosen everything up, whereas I feel like this sort of makes everything a bit tighter. So I'll just, again, thumb in the bottom, 4 fingers, line it up, and then try and open it. This is by far the stiffest. I think it works out about 11 pounds of pressure to open up, but if you're opening it much further than that, you're doing a good job. You can probably see my little finger struggling a little bit to open it, but if you are struggling quite a lot, you can flip it like this and then do it that way. We see a lot of the strong men doing it like this, which is a bit of cheating, but you know, it's up to them. So next we'll just have a look at what some of the benefits of using these are. I initially started using them to sort of help with my wrist pain, and they really have helped, especially if I start using them at a bit of an angle. So I'll do it like this where my wrist's a little bit flexed in, and it feel like it just gives a really nice stretch in the hand and the wrist. Not so much in the forearm when I'm bent over like this. You feel it more in the forearm when you open like that. You can feel it down there. But it's really good for just helping any niggles, any tightness. These days, everyone's always grabbing onto things. You're grabbing onto your deadlift bars, you're grabbing onto your lat pull downs, you're climbing, your fingers are being tight. Even if you've got a desk job, you're clamping down, pressing on a keyboard, holding onto that mouse. This is just sort of the opposite motion to that, and it just helps stretch everything, improves the blood flow, and just loosens it all up. So hopefully that has answered how to use your extensor bands. They are a wonderful little tool. I would recommend sticking to sort of maybe no more than 5 sets of 15 reps a day while you're just getting used to it, and then you can kind of play around with what works best for you depending on how you're feeling. Everyone's body responds differently to these sort of things, but if you're new, I'd recommend sticking to sort of a high rep range. If you're already quite strong and you just want to use them to maybe strengthen your extensors a bit, you could just start flipping the orange band straight in, and then once that gets easier, have a go at repping it out like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.